What's up, everybody?
What's going on?
I
What up? What up?
What up?
I'm still in shock
From
from the movie, but I'm going to talk about that later.
I
I just
It's gonna be a burial. It's gonna be a
want to hear
burial.
you bash it now.
I'm not going to
Nick,
try.
you know?
I'm not going to try. I'm going to try my best not to actually bash it. I'm going to try my best to sound fair, but I
wanted. I was teasing. I wanted to hear how you're gonna listen to it.
The thing is, I feel like even when I'm being fair, it's gonna sound bad. Like there's not. Like it's anyways, we're going to talk about Snake Eyes. Well, I'm going to talk about Snake Eyes and give you guys the 411 on this in just I don't know what to say. I genuinely do not know what to say. But welcome to Geektastic Cypher episode 257, bitches. We are it's wild when you think of how many episodes we've done of this show over the years. It's so much fun. I'm so happy that we've been doing Geektastic as well as we have. Shout outs to all the people who tune in, and I feel like let's just begin, guys. Off the top, Lil Nas X is
right off the rippy. All right,
is the king of the trolls.
Is he?
The crown.
Yeah,
You can't deny it after that video.
Did you watch the video, Skinny?
Of course I watched it. Goddamn.
Okay, not the new, not the one, the uncensored.
What do you mean uncensored?
Did you watch the uncensored one I put in the chat?
No.
Okay. That's why I'm calling him the king of the trolls.
Oh, man. Let me go and pull up my phone. Hold up.
Yeah. You can watch it while this is going on. You just mute it.
Yeah, Dave, you watched it.
Yeah.
What do you? Let me see.
Skinny, do you want me to spoil it for you?
Just spoil it because I'm not trying.
You know what
to
it is? It's like when someone's like big money here and you click it on it. It's like you could get a free mansion, so you click on it and then like you keep going, and then it's like a subscription.
He
like
rickrolled everybody.
Yeah.
The music video, the image for the music video says uncensored video, and it's the prison dance scene, and and then when you watch the video, it gets to like 30 seconds, and then it's as if the video is buffering, and the image freezes, and then it just does that. And so I start watching the video because I'm just like, there's no way he actually did an uncensored version. And because there's already like you'd have to do the thing to prove that you're 18 and all that stuff. So I'm like, so what's this video gonna be? So instead of watching the whole video, I just scrolled across the line because you see the thumbnail as you scroll across YouTube videos of like what the scenes are.
Yeah.
And it was just the same thing the whole way through. And I was like, oh, this is either a fake video or something. But because he released this video, he got 1 point. So when I sent you guys the link, there was 1.4 million views on it. When I watched it, because someone sent it to me, there was only 400,000 views. I sent it to you guys less than 2 hours later. So 1 million people watched the video in under 2 hours. And then Skinny, if you click on it, I'm sure you're going to see by now it's over 2 million. I would imagine well over 2 million.
This little nigga, man.
And that's why I say he has some of the best trolling acumen I've ever seen in the game, because for you to know that by releasing the uncensored version of your music video, that people are going to freak out and want to see it because already the video is
it's at 2.1.
It's at 2.1, and I sent that to you guys less than an hour before, like less than an hour ago. So 2.1. See, so here's my thing. The only thing I don't like about this is as someone who works in music, and like, you know, what I do is, so for people who may have never heard me talk about it, I work on playlists for commercial spaces. So I build playlists for like restaurants, hotels, bars, all that stuff. That's what I do. And a lot of our clients are always just like, oh, we want what's the number one song on the charts. And the charts are represented by a lot of factors now. Back in the day, it was just Billboard. That was the chart. Right. You know, like Billboard or Earshot for college radio, CMJ for college radio. Like you had stuff like that. But at the end of the day, the main chart that people are always talking about was the Hot 100 for Billboard or the Top 200, which was albums. Now, because of streaming, the top of the charts is completely different. Streaming, like the Nielsen, which is the same Nielsen that does like television ratings and stuff like that, they tend to do some sort of chart stuff sometimes. And the way they calculate is based on streams across all platforms. And there's like specific streams for like if you have your official channel and you release a music video on your official channel, and you release a lyric video on your official channel, and you release the song with just a static image on your channel, all of those spins count towards your song. So Lil Nas X having the original music video, having this video that got 2 million views in one day, having a static image video where it's just an image and just the song playing on YouTube, having the like a lyric video, and then and then on top of him having it on Spotify and all this stuff is going to get him so many millions of views that he's going to go to the top of the chart. But it has nothing to do with the song. It has everything to do with the marketing. And I don't really love that as a fan of music, that the marketing is the thing. Don't get me wrong. It is what it is. And that's the way the game is played now. Yeah. It just sucks because
the game's been like that for a while though.
Sure.
Well, not on this level. You have this happen every couple of months. At least one like this every couple of months.
Sure. The WAP music video got WAP to the top. I get it.
Yeah.
But in the last year or 2 years, it's gotten to the point where that's all people are doing. They make a shock video for the purposes of getting higher spins. They make the videos or the songs under 3 minutes so that it has high repetition. And then this is just what you get. And that to me is unfortunate, because I'm not saying that the songs are bad. I'm not saying that you can't get across the story you want to tell in under 3 minutes. But if the reason you're making the music is to fit a formula because that formula gets you repeated spins and gets you a higher number, that's unfortunate to me. That's why I think it kind of sucks.
It kind of sucks. I think the song kind of sucks. I like it, but like I don't. Because it's one of those. I was about
to say, I'm not like.
It has a touch of his last song. It has a touch of Montero in it, but that's just his style. And that's like, I'm going to get tired of this shit really quickly. And he knows people will get tired of his shit really quickly.
Yes.
Which is why he keeps putting out these like super trollistic Ispiala dope shit type fucking songs, which are like just like they're kind of dope because they're produced by Kanye, and you have Jack Harlow, who's like the hot white guy right now. But like, you overall aren't that great. You by yourself overall aren't that great. Montero barely passed because it has that kind of reggae, like like Sean Paul type thing. Like it has that, and then him, and then him whining upon the devil. Like that's the catch and go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I'm hearing that song all over the radio right now, and it's only because he did that same trick that you're talking about right now 100%. To get into those playlists.
100%.
Which is why it's basically the summer song, and I'm hearing it all over like
100. Whenever
I play the radio, that song's on. So
I would like to see the numbers he could get on a song without a music video release. That to me, and I'm not trying to disrespect him, but that to me is the true test of if his music, because Old Town Road, fine. Old Town Road did it because it slapped.
Yeah,
we acknowledge that. That's fine. But now that he's done that, every song he releases has a music video with it, and the music videos are what tend to get the most visibility, at least the last two especially. So I just want to see if on his next single, could he drop a single without a music video, and what would happen. That's it. Without the trolling, without any of the trolling, without any of the play, just release the music, and what do we get from that? Can you still chart as high as you chart? Because the Panini, you guys saw Panini.
I liked Panini. I really liked Panini.
I like the song, but like we like that song because we as slightly older heads know where the instrumental comes from. Like, we always talk about the cheat codes. That sample is Nirvana. So,
oh yeah,
yeah. Dun, 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 dun. It's Nirvana.
He just broke Skinny's.
This nigga took for.
Yeah, that's the only reason we like it. It's cheat code.
I didn't know what that hook was. I always found myself singing that hook, and it's fucking Nirvana. Oh man,
yeah, man. That's the thing. So I'm not mad at him. So that's the thing. without a cheat code on the instrumental and without a music video, can Lil Nas X release a song and still it pops off? And that to me is a fair request to see if, because right now, and I'm not saying he's gimmicky, but right now everything he's done has part of the cheat code into it, right? Like you're playing the video game with the cheat code and you keep beating it, but can you beat the game without the cheat code? Or do you feel people believe you are talented enough? And that to me is part of the question when it comes to him. Because I think Lil Nas X could do it, but it's, you know what it is? It's the same way with T-Pain with the auto-tune. T-Pain could sing without the auto-tune, and he didn't for the longest time. And I remember people always used to be like, yo, can this guy sing? Like, I'd like to hear him sing without the auto-tune. And then we did. He did the Tiny Desk concert. And that first time, everyone was just like, yo, this motherfucker can sing. And everyone was kind of just like, why haven't you always sung like this? Because he did the auto-tune and it was his thing. And that was fine. And I'm not mad at him for doing it, but it just never gave him the opportunity to showcase his talent, you know? Yeah. Again, like I'm saying, if Lil Nas X can do it without the cheat codes, because Cray wrote, and congratulations, by the way, again, Cray, on the nuptials. You got married. Issa Rae got married just this weekend. All y'all out here getting getting married and living your best lives. So congratulations to you. Congratulations to her and all that jazz. But yeah, Cray Prince saying he's done in 2 years. Facts. Yeah, like unless he, that's the thing. He could, like you said, Skinny. If he keeps doing the same gimmick, what are we gonna get? Like, what can he do past that for after 2 years?
You already did Naked Men. Where could you really like your third video, your third shit? You're gonna be like, all right, naked dudes dancing, like straight up. You didn't even all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I see the decline because it's like I'm gonna grind upon the devil and then I'm gonna have straight naked men or just naked men. I don't know if they're straight, but you know what I mean? Just a bunch of naked men dancing.
Yeah.
Just go straight for it. Naked men dancing in like unison, you know, and then doing things where like they have their booties up and all sorts of craziness. And then, you know what I mean? Like, yeah.
Full on twerking on him.
What are you going to do next? Like, what can you do next?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying. Okay, this is no diss to nobody, but it's like, we get it. You're gay. We get it. I heard you.
I mean, the counterpoint to that is people always be like, well, hip hop has been doing these videos with women for years. So like, what, like, we get it. You guys are straight. Like, even in this video, people were saying like Jack Harlow had to bring a woman into the video to prove that, like, yeah, don't worry, I'm the straight one here. It's just like, yeah,
he didn't have to do that.
Yeah,
that was probably just like, I'm all right. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and to argue where we have been doing this with women for years, and Nicki's had videos where, but I mean, like, have they ever been just like, I would have been preferred this, but have they ever just been like just straight naked and they just blurred it? I don't think so. That's what I'm saying. Like, where Lil Nas X could have done the exact same, and we would have been like, oh, which is basically just like booty shorts and like, you know, chains on nipples and whatever. Yeah. He went over full. We can't even say the word anymore because whatever. But he went full R, and then he just went for it. And what could he do after that? There's nothing. Like, we get it. If you're trying to tell people something, we get it. But as I mentioned to you in the chat before, Tyler the Creator has been gay. And he don't even need to say nothing about it. He mentions it in raps, and it's like, oh, that's peculiar, but a hard line, and that's it. That's it. He talks about his boyfriend. He's like, oh, he might be 6 feet tall. He might wrangle me, and you're like, ha, Tyler, that's cute. And that's it. This nigga over here, Lil Nas X, gotta be all like, I don't even know. And it's, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. And the funny part is, for anyone who's listening to this, who's just like, "Oh, you're hating," it's just like we said the same thing about WAP. Like, you were one of the few people. You were one of the people who came on just like, "Do we have to do like?" So it's not you're being consistent in the sense that do we have to go this hard for the music videos every time? Like, and if anything, it's more commentary on like. The industry as a whole has gotten so used to this stuff that we're pushing the envelope by trying to do more and more explicit content. And how far are we going to end up going?
But also to add to that and to kind of jump on to comment something that I heard Vince Staples make on Drink Champs, but like for something that's just going on YouTube, what are we doing? It's just not like MTV, not like anywhere that's for just YouTube. You're gonna go that hard. Why?
Yeah.
And if you don't get no views, then what? You don't even recoup off that. So why? Why?
Yeah.
But that's why he goes so extra, so that he gets the views.
Yeah. Yes. But then after you've had straight
like it's like
video, I feel you.
Catch 22.
Catch 22.
Exactly. I was gonna say like chicken before the egg. He wants the views, so he does the extreme thing to get the views. He's being extreme to get the views. Like, you know what I mean?
The industry is a fucking mess, man. Every time we talk about the industry, we talk about how it's either a joke, it's fake, or it's a mess. And man, you know what though? The thing I'm actually really interested in seeing is the same way that a generation was influenced by Lil Wayne. I'm very interested in seeing the generation of kids influenced by Lil Nas X and this generation of pop and hip hop. Like when those kids who are watching these music videos and a whole generation of them start making music in like 10 years, because they're like 6 now, they're going to be 16, and they start making music of their own. And they grew up watching music videos like this, where like because they watched they shouldn't be, but they watched WAP. They watched this music video for Industry Baby. Someone showed them Anaconda because they heard the song. They heard, and then someone showed them Sir Mix-a-Lot's original, and they just grow up watching and just learning about this is how you get the most popular music videos, and the biggest content is like the most nudity and the most extreme. You're either going to have kids who come out of it doing the wildest shit you've ever seen. Like 16-year-olds are going to be doing music videos that we're going to be like, yo, you can't do that on television.
Or the songs are just going to get nuts. Like the rapper is just going to be called like, oh, have you heard a new song by Pussy Hole? And you're like, wait, what? Hold on, wait. That's my daughter, man. Straight up. She's like, Dad, can you take me to the Pussy Hole concert?
Oh my God. Yo, facts.
No, we are not going to the Pussy Hole concert. I'm sorry.
That's crazy to think that's.
I'm sorry. Like this just makes me think that at one point in time, like the most crazy thing out there was like George Carlin's The 7 Things You Can't Say on TV or whatever, and we're now to this, and it's only been like 50 years or whatever, like not even.
And it's only gonna get crazy.
Oh yeah, dude. Remember when we lost our mind when you could say bitch on primetime, and I was like, oh shit, primetime TV, you can say bitch. Now I think it's up to asshole.
Yeah, probably.
You can?
Yeah.
Can you?
I'm pretty sure on ABC I heard asshole.
Well, here's the thing, like, and this is kind of shifting us into a different conversation, but how do you stay competitive as network television in a world where the streamers can put anything they want and just put the rating and people watch it? Like, how do I have This Is Us up against any number of shows on HBO Max, Netflix, hell, even my own streaming app, Peacock, where we can release more explicit content? We have Hulu releasing more explicit content. Like, network shows feel tame. Like, good example. That the Upshaws on Netflix with Mike Epps and Wanda Sykes.
Yeah.
You have a black comedy where people are saying bitch and nigga. Like,
but it's on Netflix.
Sure, but that's what I'm saying. Like, what sitcom do I want to watch now where they do that fake shit where like every time someone wants to say fuck, they're just like, well, damn it,
Frig.
Yeah, Frig. Oh shit.
But I think network, like with all the streaming services and stuff like that, I just think that you're now getting very tradition of like a type. Like network TV now, all of it is essentially family content for family people who might have kids running in and out. And you used to have Fox, who's like the scary family member. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You have Disney, which is pure kids, and they have some channels that are pure kids. Then you have Netflix, which is just more like, if you ask me, Netflix is more like independent movies and anime. Whereas like HBO is like, if you want a bunch of money spent on a show and make sure that it looks good, you're watching HBO.
So here, I 100% get what you're saying, and I agree that Netflix. So Netflix, the anime stuff is popping off. I agree, but like Kenya Barris just left his deal with Netflix to go over to Viacom CBS, right? Like a couple months ago, actually.
What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Well, where's my hold on.
Dude, honestly, I said the same thing as you. I was just like, how are you gonna leave Netflix?
Where's my Black AF season 2? Like,
not coming. It's gonna be turned into the Chevy Chase vacation movies.
Yeah.
He's gonna start doing the Black AF, like Black as Fuck, the vacation movies like that.
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be dope.
He's doing that for Netflix instead of season. All right, okay.
Yeah, so he doesn't work at Netflix anymore. He doesn't have an exclusive deal with Netflix. He's actually moved over to Viacom CBS because he's gonna be on the board for BET Studios.
Okay, but these jobs, who are these people who are just offering you this money? Just like, hey, here, you just got here. Want this money?
If you read, I'll send you the article because I read the article's long as fuck, but so much is in it, and it's like crazy to hear how this deal came to be because he was at Netflix and he on the down low, supposedly Netflix wanted him to direct the Upshaws. And he was just like, that's not the type of shit I want to do. They didn't say the name of the show. They just said a black sitcom. So either it was the Upshaws or it was going to be the Jamie Foxx sitcom.
Which is not that great.
I know. Yeah, that was unfortunate. Dad, stop embarrassing me is the name. If anyone wants to watch
Is it canceled or is it still going?
Yeah, it got canceled.
Damn, really? Oh, man.
Come on, Netflix. Netflix does not fuck around. They cancel everything now. Like you.
Wow. They don't fuck around. They cancel everything.
Everything get canceled.
That's the crazy part. When Kenya Barris has a known statement where he said, he's spoken about what he feels about CBS because CBS is kind of like middle of the row content. And then he said Netflix became CBS. And that's one of the reasons that he left. And then it's funny because and then he left Netflix to go to a CBS owned property.
What are you doing?
So it's like, I mean, and then he somehow managed to maintain his relationship with Netflix. That's the part, that's the like Jedi mind trick of it all. This dude disses you and still has it's still making money from you.
Netflix don't have Chappelle no more, that's why.
Yeah.
But actually, do they still?
Netflix?
Yeah, do they still have Chappelle?
Yeah.
Anyway,
that's the thing. Like, I feel like Kenya probably saw what Chappelle was doing and was just like, "Bong, this Netflix is gonna let me do whatever I want." But they weren't gonna let you do what Chappelle's doing because Chappelle's Chappelle, dude. Like,
just run me that season 2, whatever, bro, and then you can go up on your way and make whatever for beat Kenya. Wow. Anyway,
one of the things that he's really excited about is the fact that his BET Studios deal allows him, because it's not an exclusive deal to Viacom CBS, it's BET Studios. It's the same way that like Warner Brothers Studios and Fox Studios, they make content, but you can sell that content to other networks. So he's gonna make shows at BET Studios that he can sell to like CBS, NBC, all those guys.
It's a unique setup.
Yeah, so that's from what I understand, that's the freedom he wanted. He wanted to be able to like do the show, film the thing, and then sell it, if anything, to other people so that it can end up on the networks or on one of the streaming apps. So
speaking of shows and networks, where the fuck is my season 3 of Atlanta?
Yo, big facts.
Like it's 20. Okay, back when they said, 2022, and you're thinking, man, that's really far from now. Yo, that's just 4 months from now.
Yeah.
Is it? Did they say 2022 or 1?
I thought it was 2022. I thought I'm on the same page as you. That's what I had thought.
They just need to listen, Donald. All right,
Donald, we're friends now.
I see you out here doing little table reads of Community last year. That was cute. Yeah. That's great. I understand the reunion. Run me them episodes. Okay?
Yeah.
Like you're not doing Deadpool anymore. All right.
Yep.
Homegirl just did Dun Domino. All right, fine. Yep. We got our boy playing Fastos, so he's a Marvel dude now. He might be busy. I get it.
Yeah.
But otherwise, run me them episodes. We don't need to have Paperboy and all of them. Come on. Come on. I want Atlanta season 3 and 4, and actually give me 5 right away.
Especially because all of them are getting so busy. Like Keith is going to be
busy.
This dude is working like crazy. Every time I look at the trades, if I'm on Deadline or Variety or any of those sites, Lakeith has some sort of news being announced about something he's working on. And I'm like, this dude stays busy, like securing every bag he can get. I'm impressed with all the stuff that he's doing. And he's also a nerd. So, you know, he like, oh, I'm going to voice an anime character over here. I'm going to do something over here. I'm going to work on this movie, work on this show, play this character.
So you guys are going to fuck around, get snatched up by Marvel, and then that's it. They're gone. 2 out of 3, bro. Actually, 2 out of, like legit. Donald was up, then he got out. Lakeith ain't there yet. And then Zazie, and come on. Zazie's Domino. She's an X-Men. Done. Over. She's in for like 10 years, okay? Then we got Fastos, who's the internal. Got it. Come on. They need to do the show. That's all I'm saying. It's going to be one of those like legendary shows that came out, never got like a season 3 or whatever, just like Undergrads, just like Mission Hill. Come on. We don't need that to happen to Atlanta. Atlanta's going to be like the Boondocks of live TV, Black show.
Fuck.
Where Boondocks, remember when Boondocks seasons would come out every 3 years and you'd be like, oh, it came out faster this time.
Yeah.
When was season 2?
Of what? Atlanta?
Atlanta?
Okay, so Atlanta came out in 2017. I think season 2 was like bottom 2018.
God damn. Yeah. Are you serious?
Yes, bro.
It's becoming almost
it was
Venture
before
Brothers.
Endgame. It was for sure before Endgame because I was living at my old apartment.
Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sorry, Dave might be a fun show, but Dave is not Atlanta.
Dave is not Atlanta, and that's why I'm getting more annoyed of Dave just coming out with season 2 because you're like, but where the fuck is Atlanta?
Yeah, because I keep hearing Andrew Santino talk about filming Dave, and it sounds like, oh my God, Atlanta started in 2016. We've only gotten 2 seasons, and it's 2021.
Thank you.
My God.
Been 4 years. Forget the pandemic. I mean, pandemic. Nah, man. Y'all were slacking before that. Come on.
God.
Pandemic hit 2020. You guys, when was the last season?
That's what I'm trying to check.
Bottom 2018, I'm saying.
Okay, this is so weird. It says season 4, episode 1 is coming in 2022. So let's see.
Season 3 is sneaking around the corner. They just didn't announce anything.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's like September.
I just dropped September 1st.
I know season 3 is supposed to come out at some point, and I guess it's supposed to come out before 2022. But so season 2 came out in 2018. So season 1 was 2016, season 2 2018. Season 3 would have been 2020, but the pandemic hit, which we understood. Now it says it's coming out in 2021. It's July. July going on August. So it's not even like you said. It's funny that you said it because when you said it, I was just like, it's not that soon the end of the year. But this motherfucker's not joking. It's August is the 8th month of the year. There's 12. The year's done. We're in the last quarter. We're on the last third of the year.
Get them.
Last trimester, homie, drop your show. At least start giving us some announcements, some ads.
Run me a preview. Give me a trailer, dog.
What do you mean a preview?
Run me a preview, dog.
Yo, facts. Like I can't. Like you can't just ghost us like this, and then
you can't come out with like one of the most revolutionary funny shows of like. You guys did an invisible car bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. You did. Anyways, you guys did all the creepy, funny, like weird shit before. And
Atlanta's the one with the barber episode
with Bippy. Yes, with freaking Bippy.
God.
And he goes and steals the people's wood, and he's just like, "Yo, you want this food?" He's like, "Bippy, this ain't your food." Oh man, Dave, if you haven't watched this show, you need to sit down with your fine girlfriend who's really nice and actually just like, watch the show.
I thought it was I won't lie, I haven't watched it, but I always thought it was a drama. It's a comedy?
It's a
dramedy.
It's a dramedy. It'll get dark on you real quick, but then there's like if you miss it, you'll miss something super funny. Like you have to watch episodes like 2-3 times because there's like jokes in the background and shit. It's weird.
But you know what? Like one of the things I don't like about the Academy and all that stuff is that dramedy is such a vague description that shows like Shameless as a show wasn't doing well in the dramedy category, so they started submitting their show as a comedy and then started winning.
Yeah.
But
but to be honest, it's way more of a comedy, Shameless.
You find
what? When? What
Whoa.
season? Tell me.
Correction. Yeah, I've watched
drug addiction.
I've watched Shameless through a friend of mine. I did not watch it in order, and when she would show me episodes like this is fucked up, I'm laughing because it's so Like what this guy is doing in any given day is fucked up. Like
so,
nah, you have the redhead who entrapped her boyfriend and got herself pregnant because she just wanted to have a baby. We have the mother who's strung out, who comes back, who has a black trucker wife. We got Fiona who sleeps with everybody. Oh my gosh, Fiona, come on, I can't even take that. Her dad, who was on the brink of death, got a weird surgery one season and was like legit almost dying, and then came back. He's like, I'll never drink again. Next season, Frank's drinking
hard.
God, I stopped. I left. I couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't. Flip was my man, and then I was like, all right.
Yeah,
I couldn't do it.
You like some of the stuff. Okay, here's
that shit hurt.
Some of the stuff that I could see as being funny is the stuff with Carl and his little girlfriends. Like Carl's little stories were always comedic.
Yes, Carl was always pretty hard shit.
Because Carl's a kid, so they weren't gonna give him anything too serious. Like, oh, his girlfriend becomes obsessive and starts living on the outskirts of the military base that he's at because he wants to be in the army, or no, the police academy. That's a crazy joke of a situation. Yeah. But Fiona owning a building, getting possibly ripped off by some sort of Ponzi scheme.
Oh, see, I didn't even get that far. What season is that? Like, if it's anything after Frank getting the whole liver thing,
yeah, like that's the thing that bothers me. But all that to say, that show is predominantly a drama. It's a dramedy in the sense that it has comedic parts. But I feel like every drama has to have somewhat slightly comedic moments. Like my partner's rewatching House right now. House was a drama, but there's moments where House says some shit and you just laugh because it's just like, homie, you can't say that about Black people, about Latin people. You can't say that shit. Like I'm laughing because this thing's crazy. Like he's crazy. You can't every time you see Foreman played by Omar Epps, you can't make a joke about him robbing you. Like you can't do that, but that's what the show was. And that's so I laugh more at the sense of like, this is insane that you could do this for 8 seasons and people go, no, but he went to jail. So I guess he didn't really get away with doing that shit forever.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. It's wild. TV.
Yeah.
TV's wild.
TV's nuts.
All that to say, I don't want these dramedies to be able to start trying to win comedy awards. Like Atlanta's a comedy.
Yes.
Like that. Like it doesn't have to have a laugh track for it to be a comedy. That show is a comedy. It has serious situations, but the serious situations also have shit like there's an alligator in someone's house for a full episode, and you spend most episodes laughing.
You remember the talk show episode for the celebrity basketball game where Justin Bieber's black? These motherfuckers made Justin Bieber black, and they're just straight calling him Justin Bieber like it was anything normal.
The best part is they changed the spelling of Bieber. Like if not that anyone would know, they called him Justin Bieber, but if you looked it up in IMDb, it was spelled Bieber differently. And I just remember
so they don't get sued.
I'm like, yo, you guys are kind of genius to have gone away with that.
So good.
But yeah, Atlanta. So like Skinny said, Donald,
bring it back. Come on, drop it.
Drop it.
If you put out music before you put out that show, boy, I'm coming to your house. I don't want to hear no Childish Gambino shit till you drop that show. We know you can sing, nigga. It's okay.
Yeah, we've done heard you.
You should.
Shout outs to Rihanna, who's releasing more stuff and still hasn't released music.
Yo, fuck your side project, bro. I don't care about your passions. Run me that music.
At all of us.
Oh man, she doesn't care. Rihanna doesn't give a fuck.
Rihanna's the opposite of Childish Gambino. I don't want more Childish Gambino. The music you've made is excellent. Right. Rihanna, you've made excellent music, and technically you could never make music again, and we would all be like, well, the stuff we got was wonderful. But at the same time, it feels like you still wanted to make music.
Yo, but check it. What if she's afraid that if she comes out, she's just like really bad?
Yo, come on now.
I know. I mean, she would have to like. It would have to be an expensive album for her to come back. Like, yeah, she could do it.
She has an empire now.
She's like Chanel.
Can you imagine? You stopped doing music for a while because you built an empire. How many artists stop making music and come out way richer with the other side projects?
Jay-Z, Rihanna, anyone who actually hangs out with Jay-Z. So there you go, Rihanna. Whoops.
Kanye. Like, there's a handful of you who figured it out.
Yeah.
But some of y'all do the music and you're just like, I need a break, and then you don't do anything, and then years later someone posts a picture of you bagging groceries, and we're like, shit, what happened? You signed a bad deal, homie.
You know what? That's why I'll always like, and I'm glad I don't hear it much now, but I'll be like underground head lover boys that are all like underground, yeah, till I die. It's like, most of your pop guys are like gazillionaires off other shit now, and it ain't really about music. Meanwhile, you got a show for like 30 people. I don't know, man. I'm gonna try to find a way to pivot for real.
Yeah, that's honestly, pivoting is one of the most important things that people need to understand.
You got to play Qbert with it.
Yeah, like, to anyone we know out there if you feel like what you're doing is not reaching the goals you want, if there's aspects of it that you feel you haven't researched enough, you got to figure out how to pivot, though. You can't just sit in it and be like, this is just what it is. That's just what it is. Yeah. So I'm just going to be upset about it. You got to pivot. You got to figure out. You got to make moves. You got to think about stuff. And also, trust your support system. I'm sure there's people there who are going to support you. Like, work on it. Oh, damn. I feel bad that we are. Abstract, just jump on the show, man. How you gonna be?
Been all in the fashion now. I mean, he's right.
Facts. I know that Rihanna is doing the fashion thing. I know that
she's got her own fragrance or something.
Yeah, she's making money. She did makeup. She's doing fragrances. She's done lingerie and clothing. I get it, but I feel like that stuff is stuff you could leave almost on autopilot. Like, the product. Do you think she has to be in the office signing off on every single item?
Probably, to make sure someone don't steal her money. Fuck around, do something, and get her laundered into some bullshit. Yeah.
That's the part. Is that a black thing that we just you won't trust?
Listen, I build an empire, and I'm gonna let you.
Yeah, exactly.
You're funny. Absolutely not. Nigga, I'm there 9 to 9. Like, you're not.
That's facts. It's true.
Please.
That's fucked up, man. I feel like that is very much a black thing.
I'm protecting everything, bro. Like, of course. After Tulsa, you are not getting near my money. Fuck that.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
Wow. Oh my God. Facts, though. It's true. I got to be honest with y'all. I mean, I wish we could get Cray Prince to discuss it, because he's a business owner, and it's like, even if you're passing it on, because we've had discussions where there are plans in motion, but even if you're like, I'm gonna have people jump on with me, the plan is that it's people that you trust. You're not just gonna stop cold turkey and pull yourself out. You're gonna work within the framing of the people you trust, and even then, you're still gonna be signing off on stuff and looking things over. So that's
looking over your shoulder and making sure
That is crazy.
Anyway. Don't give everyone all the passwords. Got to keep 2 or 3 just to yourself. For real though. For real. Yeah, Once your shit goes public and you start getting like a board of directors and that kind of fuckery, you got to keep some of them passwords for yourself, bro.
Fuck. And a shredder.
The biggest one.
Yeah.
Right next to your bed. Also.
Oh God. The accountant in me is going crazy with that
stuff. Calling you all hours in the night. Yo, hey, money man.
I got into a little bit of a situation. I moved some money and did some purchases in Hong Kong that caused some trades, and we might need to shred some shit.
I need you to make these papers disappear.
Yeah. We might need you to move some things around, open some shells. Yeah, Cayman Island stuff. You know what to do. Money man.
It's 4 a.m. Yeah, you got it.
It's 5 p.m. illegally somewhere.
I told you to stop calling me at this hour.
There's a bank somewhere that's open. Do what you got to do.
I told you, boundaries.
Crazy. Speaking of moving things around and making big plans, I heard our boys over at Hasbro have been doing some stuff. I jump into this because, as a fan of the What If universe, which is essentially saying I'm a fan of anything can happen, I'm very much interested in the Uatu Build-A-Figure, which I obviously would have to buy all of those to try and build.
Which I'm not trying to buy half this stuff, but I mean at the same time, the things that they announced today were like really, really, really cool.
Yeah, I thought it looked good.
You guys want to say what those things are? And
not okay. No. Hold on. I'm about to go ahead and share this screen of this
cool.
random site.
For any of you who are listening to this, we do apologize that you will not be able to see these awesome images. But as always, we recommend highly that you guys watch the show live every Wednesday at 6:30 on youtube.com/freeXagentsmedia. And if you guys want to listen, if you guys want to watch it afterwards, you can always just watch it on YouTube. That's the beauty of the whole situation is you can tune in whenever you want. So make sure you subscribe now and watch these episodes. Skinny, hit us.
So, okay, as you mentioned, they hit us with the Hasbro Marvel Legends team, 11 a.m. They had a live feed where they gave us like an hour of the showing what they're coming up with. For the What If show, they have this is the Disney Plus 2 wave, so you're going to be getting here a few characters from the What If show. Cool. Captain Carter here, which is basically like Captain Britain with her own shield. Yeah. We have Star-Lord T'Challa, which is T'Challa as Star-Lord, pretty damn cool. There's him with his mask on. We have Doctor Strange Supreme. Don't know what that means. Mans looks really tired. You can see that in his eyes right there. So don't know what's going on there.
Is that when he becomes the Sorcerer Supreme, I guess?
I'm guessing so.
I would imagine, yeah. Okay.
I imagine that. They didn't really specify anything. Zombie Captain America, which is like... It looks super dope. They're probably going to expand on this. Zombie Hunter Spider-Man, which a cape looks like Doctor Strange's cape, actually.
I was about to say.
That looks super, super hype. I might just get that for that. This is something called Heist Nebula. I'm not sure what that is. She has hair. We'll find out in the show. Another look at Captain Carter. They also dropped Sylvie, which is going to be coming out in this wave. I'm particularly excited for this. It looks very, very hype. It
looks nice.
I think the Nebula one is just one where she doesn't get any. Maybe it's the opposite, where Gamora gets loses all the time, and she doesn't.
Maybe. And then the Build-A-Figure is Uatu.
Yeah, that's dope.
I think this is cool. I think it kind of looks more like the show, so I don't know if I'll personally be getting this wave myself. We'll see what Danielle says. I'm not sure.
Real quick, how much does a wave usually cost?
Ooh, okay. So in the time that I started collecting, they used to be... Okay, I'll even skip all that. A wave now, probably about $230.
Oh, that's... Okay, I could do that. Yeah. That's doable. Because I spent more on...
Legos.
Yeah, I've spent more on Lego sets.
But then here they have the deluxe figure, which is... This is the... I believe they call this the Hydra Crusher or Hydra Smasher or something?
Yeah, that is
Steve Hydra Stomper. Rogers. Sorry, yeah,
that's Steve Rogers' suit, right? Because he ends up doing like being in a suit with Peggy.
Yeah, so this is going to be
Captain Carter. Okay,
this will be a Walgreens exclusive as well as EB Games. I'm not really going to be ordering this, so we'll see. Alternatively, they also announced Binary, which I'm super excited about.
Binary is one of the heralds.
She's not. I think she's also one of the heralds, but she was also part of the Shi'ar Empire, like their whole like the Imperial Guard, and it's also Carol Danvers after Rogue steals her powers, and she just kind of like her consciousness is within Rogue, but then part of her shoots off into space. I'm not exactly sure, but I know that Binary is Carol Danvers, so this is another Carol Danvers.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that.
As a coincidence, they're dropping again Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming. They specified to say Homecoming, but I think this has something to do with the new movie coming
right?
up. So
also, why is he black?
He's not black.
I think it's just a mask.
Yeah, it's just a mask. They made a more movie accurate mask.
Jacket. Sorry, it's his like jacket. Okay.
Yeah, I couldn't zoom on these photos, but yeah.
I thought the man was shirtless. I was like, why they got a black shirtless winged man? I was like, that's so weird. Okay, I get it. I totally understand.
A few other things, classic Tigra, whatever. I'm getting this because Avengers. I need to get this. Hand Ninjas. Nothing else crazy. But in terms of the What If wave, it looks really hype. I'm going to want to get this. And it tells us a lot about the show. I think I want Captain Carter the most just for that shield. I need that shield. That's hard. And everything else is kind of like, maybe I'll see it when it gets on discount.
So, okay. So
Spider-Man looks weird.
I'm not a collector of Marvel Legends, which you know.
Yes.
If I wanted just Uatu, can I just order first of all, how does one order a wave? Because I tried going onto the site and I couldn't even find them on the Hasbro site. I was just
Well, they're not going available on sale till tomorrow at 1 p.m. That's probably why.
Gotcha. Okay.
But if you wanted to, there are many ways. You can go to Hasbro Pulse and pay US prices for their and like FedEx shipping, and it's not really great. God, yeah. Most of these things do end up at EB Games, but the best thing to do for me personally, if you have Amazon Prime, they also pop up on Amazon. You just need to have the links. What I usually do, go on Twitter, search for Marvel Legends, whatever wave you're looking for, and then like Amazon links. Someone will post the Amazon links. You go to .com, they'll double you back to Canada, or people in Facebook groups will just put up the Canadian ones. EB Games works really well too because you just search Marvel Legends. 90% of the time, I think like a day after they come out, they'll have everything listed, and you just got to be quick.
Oh, yeah.
Like you got to be quick because people like say they just put out like an Ultron figure and people want to army build Ultron, so you're just not. You got to be super quick. Any site you have, I keep links and windows open all day just to kind of refresh. Shit. Yeah, because things will come out and then you'll be like and then you'll miss it. Like I just had to jump to get a Riri Williams.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because Ironheart. Sorry, they just dropped a figure of her in her original Tony costume, and
cool.
But it's like super rare because people want it, so it's gone. Like it's anyways.
Oh,
EB Games is just like I did get it because
good.
I check at like 4:00 in the morning like a psycho.
God damn.
But the average person will go and look for it and be like, "Oh, this is temporary out of stock because Amazon." So
yeah,
Amazon's your look. Never Walmart. Always EB Games if you have a membership there or you're like a Prime member or whatever they have. So Amazon, EB Games, never Walmart. Toys R Us sometimes. Toys R Us you can maybe find them, but rarely. And
I mean, that's honestly because I have it's. I guess it's the same for Lego because I have the Lego the VIP card.
Right.
I get to do the pre-orders, so that's why I got the Daily Bugle. I was able to get it, no questions asked. I got it. I got a pre-order email and all that stuff. I ordered it a couple days before it was released, and then the day it was released, mine was shipped, and I got it like the day after.
Nice.
And then
nice.
I just ordered the Seinfeld set for a buddy of mine.
Yeah, I saw that. I wanted to get it. How much was
that? $128. Not that expensive.
What's the set though?
The whole
it's Seinfeld's living room, the whole full set of his living room, and a mini stage with the stool that he has. When he does the opening of the show.
Yeah.
So you get the full set and then like a mini stage that's like a little small piece on the side that you can put him in. So like as if he was doing the opening.
I'd want that in 6-inch scale. That'd be sick in 6.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. And the other thing that's great is it's actually the set. It's not like a Lego set that's just the living room. It's like a set with lights and everything.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, because they just did the Friends one and then they just did the Seinfeld. So
yeah.
Actually,
the Fred one looks pretty good. I've seen it before in person.
Yeah, I mean, Lego does some cool stuff. I feel like that's one of the reasons I transitioned to Lego collecting. I love Transformers. I'll always love Transformers. You can tell I spent a lot, huge portion of my life when I moved to the suburbs, and I was very unhappy living in the suburbs. One of the few things that I liked was the fact that was it Sears or Eaton's? I don't remember which one is on the far end next to at Fairview. Sears at the far end. So Sears had a toy section that nobody paid attention to. No one. I'm telling you, I would see action figures or like Transformers there that I knew people were looking for, and I'd be like, oh, I don't have any money, I can't buy this right now. And I could wait till payday, come back, and it was still on the shelf because no one was shopping there. Even at Christmas, when I would be like, people are going to definitely buy these for their kids, they still didn't shop there for their Christmas gifts. I thought it was so weird. So I was that random dude who just kept walking in being like, today we're taking this one. Today we're taking that one. And my first full collection of Transformers stuff was just from Sears because no one was buying them. So I missed that. Yeah. And then Zellers in Canada was the other one where I used to always get my figures. The Atwater Zellers, I would go every once in a while.
Zellers.
And you just find stuff that nowadays you can't because the collecting has become so popular.
It's annoying how it got so pop. It's dude, listen, because I was gonna go into the pricing of it, but like when I started 2015, figures 6-inch were $24.99.
Yeah.
Then they jumped to $29.99. They're now sitting at, they did $31.99 as a joke to cute, like to play with you, and then quickly went into $32.99. By the end of this, I think in October, one fig is going to be $33.99.
Yeah.
Plus tax.
That's
it comes to $37.97 per fig right now, bro.
Yeah.
That's a fitted hat.
Yeah. Yes. And fitted.
and I stopped buying fitteds to get away from that $45 the pop shit. What the fuck is going on? I'm paying $45 for this, bro. What the hell, man?
Oh shit, yo! As a collector, that's dude. I stopped collecting comic books because at one point, and I literally refer to it as a habit. My comic book habit was $200 a month. I was paying $200 a month on comics, and I was just like, nah, I gotta stop this. So I just stopped. I cut my list down, and I was only collecting like 1 or 2 titles because I was just like, it's over. As much as you love all these titles, you can't afford to do this. Like I was paying rent and paying $200 a month, like rent, bills, and $200 a month on comic books. What sense does that make? And I have these comic books, and I could start trying to sell them to make some money back, but when?
It doesn't. The pot is not like there's not people always just trying to buy figs or comics, so it dries up. Like there was time when you're like and you catch a few idiots, but then the idiots got wise and they started pre-ordering. So you're like shit, you're smart now, so I can't really fucking play you and charge you extra $10 for this figure because I'm trying to make some bread back right now. Like it sucks, but it happens. You know what I mean? So like,
and that's the thing. Collecting has gotten so popular that it's just like, it
sucks for anyone trying to get the stuff that came out before. Yeah. But if you're trying to come up, you get your selective stuff. It's cool, fine. Transformers, everything. Ghostbusters are going to re-release everything.
Oh,
that's their plan to re-release everything every like 2-3 years. But if you're trying to get the real
the original release,
forget it. You're playing
and that's like this, like right here. I have the Gigawatt Transformer.
Right.
For the Back to the Future DeLorean that transforms. Yeah, and Dave has one too. But this is the second run, because the first run like you said, they did a re-release. So the first run sold out like this, and then the second run I ordered some, and Dave got one from me, and I got one. And I also have the Ectotrons from
which I also have called one of those.
Yeah, I still have that in the box, and I just
haven't been able to swing by.
No, pandemic, we get it, but yeah, man, that's it's just crazy. That's the whole nature of collecting is completely changed, and I mean it's great in a sense because as fans, I like seeing that people are this passionate about stuff, but it's also unfortunate because there's some people who see collecting as only a way to make money and start trying to collect with that in mind, and they're not doing it for the. And I'm not trying to make it seem like this philosophical debate about the nature of collecting and the passion and essence of the original. Nah, homie, I get it. You want to make money, but like what they're doing causes it to kind of fuck up for the rest of us because the market gets crazy.
Yeah, what they did is causing the many re-releases and repaints. Like the amount of things that they've just re-put out, like many Wolverines, many other things that they've put back out, knowing that on the secondary market it's dumb high.
Yeah.
So then they announce it, like say, okay, just like in these Spider-Man classic cards, they announce Sandman used to be a Build-A-Figure. So he was a whole ass way that you had to build to get Sandman. Then they just announced that they're putting out Sandman in his more accurate body size, which is basically like the size of Hydro Man. And then they're putting him on the classic card. So you wouldn't believe how many Sandman went up on eBay that day.
Oh, wow.
Some people are keeping their originals because they know that over time he's going to go back up because 2 different ones. But then the other people, same thing with Rogue, same thing with a few other figures. Kang is a big one now.
Oh, I can only imagine. Yeah.
Going right up.
Yeah, that's the other thing. If you have something and then they appear on a show or
get their own movie or whatever.
Like, if you're a Hawkeye fan and you have like a Kate Bishop Hawkeye for some odd reason, when that show comes out, that figure is probably going to be worth more.
Hold on. Yeah. Let me just flex real quick.
Yeah. Well, Skinny has all of them, so it's not even.
There you go. There she is. Okay, this was already really expensive because she was in a 3-pack with her, Sam Wilson, and like another Vision. But yeah, you're right.
Facts.
Out of here.
And that figure for sure when the show drops. Oh, the other one that's going to get crazy expensive, Miss Marvel.
100%.
First
this
Pakistani
one, another one,
Muslim, first Pakistani Muslim superhero that is going to skyrocket in price like crazy. So And like you're saying, because they're doing this stuff for the TV shows, once the shows start coming out, they're going to start doing the re-releases. So you're going to get new Lokis. You're going to get a kid Loki that's going to come out at some point soon. Yep. You're going to get a classic Loki that's going to come out soon. Yep. You're going to get the presidential candidate Loki. I'm sure something is going to be made.
There's a Mobius figure coming already. Mobius.
No way.
Yeah.
You're gonna get a version of the Immortus that we saw from the show, the same way we got Sylvie. Yep. Like these are all figures that are going to be coming down the pipeline.
Yeah.
And as a collector, I'm just like, that's one of the reasons that I always like. I respect that you went for Marvel Legends, but I was always like, I can't do. I was like, Transformers is bad enough because at least the way I collect for Transformers, my mentality was, do I like the way this figure looks? Then I'll get it. If I'm not a completionist, so that worked in my favor. I don't need to complete a specific set, even for comic books. Like when I said I stopped cold turkey, I just stopped. Like I stopped in the middle of arcs and stuff. Like Jesus. I was just like, done. I can't. This is too expensive. So,
Legends is not so much that I'm a completionist. I'm a team completionist, and they do this little dibble dabble thing where it'll just be like, we'll give you this character, but not this one for 3 years. So it's like you'll have all of X Factor from the 80s, but you're missing Jean Grey, and you're like, and you'll wait, you'll hold out. Oh, they'll give you Cannonball with no legs. You know what I mean? Right. They'll give you Cannonball with no legs,
but like the Rocket version.
But the Rocket version, but then re-release the same ass Cannonball, different paint with legs in a 2-pack with Domino that matches him from that team. And you're like, yo, but I have to get it. I don't want to. And then meanwhile, that $59.99 2-pack is now $64.99. You're like, I gotta buy milk and all.
Yeah.
I mean, so it's like now it's really just cutting down to like I'm not buying 2 of everything to flip it. Now it's like if it's X-Men, I'm copying 2. Anything else, listen. If I'm getting one, maybe otherwise.
Well, I might hit you up to ask you to help me do this whole set for this one that they announced.
I got you for the set. Don't worry.
I definitely want that Uatu. Like it's rare that I like a character, but Uatu as the Watcher has always been one of my favorite characters. And one of the reasons I love him so much is because this specific scene in one comic book that I read where he looks at, it's when the X-Men pull the younger version of the team into the future for and they have them in the future for a long time, like way beyond what they should be. And they keep telling them like, we're going to send you back. We'll figure it out. And everyone's just like, they have been exposed to way too much information. How are you going to send them back without ruining
what are you doing? Yeah.
And Uatu stands over Beast one night and Beast is in bed and says to him, you are a disappointment. And I just remember, I will forever remember that panel.
That's
Either
hilarious.
He says you're a disappointment or you've ruined it. Like he says something. And remember, Uatu never talks to anyone.
He doesn't say nothing to nobody.
He doesn't talk to you until it's pretty much the end, if anything. He doesn't interact and he doesn't interfere. And the fact that he spoke to Beast to be like, nigga, you fucked up.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Nigga.
I was like, this was, and that ever since that panel, he's been one of my favorite characters. I already liked him before, but after that, I was just like, yo, this is so good. How you gonna talk to Beast like that?
Man, that's great.
It was so
Comics are so good for little moments like that when you know, like the writer is like has like a shicey sense of humor like you do, so he'll throw in some things, and then like he'll do things with the character, and you're like, that's like something with you looking over something, and be like, nigga, you fucked up, man.
Hold
like
on.
That's crazy.
Give me that. I think I found the panel because I got to show it to people because it's so good. Damn it!
Imagine he's just like, damn, son.
Found it. Hold on. So for again, I apologize for anyone who is listening to this and not watching. I would highly recommend that when you have a chance, you watch this episode because I'm about to share the specific image. So he says, I am the Watcher. I do not act, and you disgust me, Hank McCoy.
Oh, man. Middle of the night, too. Oh, wow.
Middle of the night. Man, he comes to Beast's room and he says, and you disgust me, Hank McCoy. Can you imagine?
Oh, Earthly, you're out of being. You've seen a bunch of shit. For you to discuss an outer world being, that is nasty.
One of my favorites. One of the best panels in a comic book ever.
You failed everything.
Yeah. Can you imagine? You are a failure. Hot damn. Shout outs to Dan, because I see Dan's tuned in. Shout outs to Abstract. Shout outs to Cray. Shout outs to Peggy. Shout outs to everybody who's been tuned in so far. We're going to be going into View the Right Thing right now. We got a few things to discuss because I did mention earlier we're going to discuss it, and I feel like I have to get to it.
Oh, this is like 80s week. I like it.
Yeah,
I should have came through with a Strawberry Shortcake movie or some shit.
Oh my god, that throwback.
Smurfs or something? Nothing? No?
Folks. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna save it. Let's do Masters of the Universe Revelations.
Word. All right, cool.
Okay, so one piece of shit to another piece of shit.
Whoa! I liked it. What is happening?
I'm joking. Okay.
That was so good because that's what I usually do. I usually blow up. I toss the grenade.
I'm just gonna say this. All right, like I did like the show. I did like the story arc. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I thought the animation was fine.
Fucking phenomenal. Yeah.
It was great. The fight scenes were great. But one thing, and this is a personal hate, because you call it Masters of the Universe Revelation, but it's He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Revelation. He-Man is in the name, and there's no fucking He-Man in here.
There's a bunch of He-Man in them flashbacks. I don't know what you're saying.
That doesn't matter. This is about this is a Master of the Universe story. It's not a He-Man story.
He-Man sacrificed himself so that the rest of the Masters of the Universe. Like, you got a He-Man first episode.
Hold on. This show wasn't called He-Man and Masters of the Universe Revelation.
It wasn't?
No.
It's always been postered up as He-Man.
No, that's
and then they would say Masters of the Universe.
That's like you seeing Bernstein Bears, bro.
Dude,
no, you saw
when
that.
You see the commercial, it's all He-Man, bro. It's all He-Man in the commercial, and then he dies right. Wait, okay, it was spoils.
Shit. Well, you already spoiled it.
So motherfucker dies not once but twice. Like,
oh wait, hold on. Oh wait, I didn't see episode 5. He died twice.
Oh, Skinny,
you said you watched it.
I watched it, not all of episode 5. I got to the Preternia part.
Okay, actually, you know what? You know what? I actually apparently lied because I read from one of the showrunners that he's not dead.
Of course not.
And I'm sorry with what happened. He looks dead. Bitch looks dead.
Dude, come on.
Dude, it's like an alien popped out of his heart. Like, what the hell? It was square center of where his heart would be.
He's fine.
The heart should be at the end of the stick.
He's good.
I have the power.
Look, get out of here! You're gonna support this.
Well, I'm gonna say
guy's dead.
I'm gonna say I watched it. I watched Masters of the Universe Revelations, not He-Man's Masters of the Universe Revelations, because Masters of the Universe Revelations is the name of the show.
Commercial has in full sense.
And I watched it and was just like, oh shit, there's not a lot of He-Man in this, but I'll admit, when I was first watching, I was just like, yo, where the fuck He-Man at? And then I was just like, almost every episode you get a He-Man flashback.
Yeah, which is
and I was just like, I respect the use of He-Man here. Like, the whole idea is He-Man is unfortunately no longer there. He's passed on. And now we have this story with Tila, who's just like, you motherfuckers lied to me my entire life. You think, like she goes full like,
she's like, I'm gonna go put on some pants.
Yeah. Title. I'm gonna go put on some pants.
Y'all niggas lied to me. Put it on some pants now.
Yeah, yo, dude. Honestly, and like the fact that some of like her past adventures with He-Man informed the decisions she made in fights and stuff was great. Like, I love those throwbacks. Like, this throwback is to tell you how she knows how to get into this place. This scene is going to show you how she understood to do this. And I was like, this is great. I love this. This is so much fun to watch. All these little scenes are adventures that were not in the show. So you're like, oh, these are just random other adventures that we never got to see. Yep. I did get very annoyed at the second death because I was just like, are you like are you kidding me? Especially because they very much explain like doing like what you're about to do will essentially remove you from heaven. You are in heaven. If you leave heaven, you don't get to come back. We're telling you right now. Are you sure you want to leave heaven? This is, and like just the conversations of like, yo, He-Man, I don't know if you realize this. Everyone else here got to pick the form that they appear in, and they've all picked to be their strongest selves, their most amazing selves, the like Adonis type, like muscle bound heroes that they were. And you chose to be this little weak ass Adam. And everyone was just like, the fuck, dude? And he's just like, and it was just funny because it's just like, that's how I see, that's who I am. This is actually who I am. I'm Adam. He-Man was another part of me, and it's not who I thought of as myself. And I was like, oh, that's because that you know, that whole thing with like Batman where he's just like Bruce Wayne is the mask. For Adam, the idea is just like, no, He-Man was just a tool I used when I had to help save the world. Otherwise, I liked being who I was. And I was just like, okay, that's kind of cool. That's a little bit of information about Adam that you never knew. Because I'm not going to lie to y'all, when I was a kid, my ass was just like, bitch, why don't you stay in He-Man form all the time?
Well, because him and He-Man were basically the same exact person minus a pink shirt.
I know, yeah.
Back
in the day,
there's a pink shirt.
Back in the day, it wasn't really emphasized how much stronger he got.
Yeah.
Did they ever explain that outfit?
No.
I love how they just canceled it down to red too. It was kind of like, wait, what? No, like they need to really just bring him back in pink. I'd be really like, okay, this is He-Man.
Oh,
so are you guys recommending it or no?
I liked. I enjoyed it. I just didn't like that there was a lot of promotion that. It was like it's a He-Man series. It's coming back. No, it's not there. Like flashbacks wasn't good enough. I wanted to see an accomplishment from He-Man.
You will.
His bitch ass dying twice.
In part 2.
Yeah, but why? So question.
Dude, you know what's gonna happen in part 2? He's gonna be. It's gonna be 5 episodes. He's gonna be suffering for at least 3 of them.
Yeah.
You'll
still get your not a He-Man show.
But it is a He-Man.
I'm bringing back the franchise. Yeah. Except for I'm going to remove 2 of the main elements of the franchise, and just to piss people off, I'm going to kill Orko, the one character that as a kid all kids were supposed to relate to because he's the child of the show.
I didn't care about no Orko.
You
felt for Orko? I felt for Mossman. Can we talk about Mossman?
All the death, Skinny.
No.
Mossman's death was disrespectful.
That was disrespectful. First of all, for a guy who I was really young when He-Man came out, so I don't remember all the side characters being all that big and hype and dope.
Yeah,
right? Like I don't remember the black guy. I don't remember. I remember Lockjaw, Beastman, and the Triple I guy. Those are who I remember. That's it. Even Merman sometimes. But then Mossman comes up. I'm like, yo, who's this big dude? Oh, Swamp Thing looking ass man. Cool, fire. And then he just burns.
Like 2 seconds.
Burn up.
I'm watching that scene right now. It's pretty damn quick.
I listened to Kevin Smith on a podcast, and he explained that one of the things he was told was there have to be stakes. Like people have to feel like there's an actual, there's going to be a potential actual stake when things happen. It can't just be like the Ninja Turtles not using their weapons and just like kicking and punching.
But like no one from the bad guys team died but Skeletor, and technically he didn't. Maybe
he's got people got
I just realized that maybe that you guys didn't see.
He makes the biggest entrance and dies after a few seconds.
Yeah.
Dude, he's like stop.
Yeah,
that's great. That is great.
I gotta say, Skeletor fighting though, they really upped up Skeletor's fight. Like when Skeletor opened a portal and used his fist and magnified his fist, I was like, yo, and then He-Man punched it back, and I was just
broke it
and
bust his hand.
I was like, yo, this is legit. Like I'm down with this show.
That is years of fighting, though. That is years of fighting each other. I get it. I get you're gonna just burn up a man after years of trying to get into this castle, and he's gonna get in your way. Yeah, you're not trying to take any stakes. Sure, cool, but like in the future, where Homegirl just took that blade and just stabbed fucking Lockjaw in his face or whatever his name is, and then like the next time you see him, he's like rebuilt with like
like Yeah, like these guys actually got hurt in these battles now. It wasn't just like how they, you get your ass kicked and then the next episode they're perfectly fine. This is like, oh, his eye got messed up and now for everyone you see him after that, there's no eye. Like he's
exactly.
By the way, is Evil Lynn voiced by Cersei?
Yes.
Yes, that's okay.
Oh,
she was a perfect.
really?
Yeah, right away I knew that.
And who's the guy that sacrificed his daughter in Game of Thrones so that he could get the wins for them or whatever? Stannis, whatever's
Stannis, Stannis Lannister. No, Stannis Baratheon.
Yeah, Stannis Baratheon had that like pirate merchant dude.
Yeah,
that's the voice of Man of War.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'll have to look up that guy's name at some point, but yeah, Man of War. Yo, when Evil Lynn was just like, people were afraid of He-Man. You motherfuckers didn't realize Man of War was the real fucking mastermind. And
Man at Arms.
Man at Arms.
Man at Arms. Yeah.
Excuse me, Dave. Sorry. You looked kind of. Dave was like Man at Arms.
Well, I mean, we're gonna say it right. Nerd alert.
Nerd test passed. You get your cred. But yeah, like the whole fact, like her whole explanation of just like, you bitches out here just worried about the muscle dude. This motherfucker was out here building things constantly building weapons to kick ass, and you guys are worried about this one dude with the sword. Just avoid the dude with the sword.
Evil Lynn was really, really good.
She was great in the show. Great. Yeah. Folks, I know some of you ship the idea of Tila and Evil Lynn as a thing.
Who did that?
Oh, a lot of people were
internet.
On
the internet did.
But I just want you guys to understand that it's from jump. You can tell that Tila has a relationship with Adam. I know in the modern world, rewriting characters and rewriting things is fun, but sometimes it's okay to stick to the original story. The original story.
It's. I don't even know if that's a topic you want to broach, but I'm tired of it.
Yeah. Didn't she nod to being with the other girl though? At some point,
the black girl?
Yeah. She's at one point when they kind of introduce her, she's like, "Oh, don't worry, I moved on," and kind of been introduced to the finer things in life. And they look at each other. And I'm like,
maybe. Okay, I'm not saying Tila can't have love interest and be bisexual. I just think the idea of shipping her with Evil Lynn was a stretch. Like, it's one thing if her and Andrew are a thing, bong, I'm down. I'm totally cool with that whole like I'm not into magic. I'm all about science type love. Let's do it. But Evil Lynn is a psychotic character. Like, you guys are talking about someone that she's fought for since she was a teen. Because at the first episode when she leaves in anger, she's like, "You've been lying to me since I was a child." So you realize that this story takes place years later when she was like, it's considered she was a teenager to an adult. I'm pretty sure she's not going to want to hook up with the lady who was actively trying to murder her for most of her life. You don't just forget.
Years of experience means,
Stockholm syndrome.
Oh my God.
Some people like to get that silverback.
No.
Lord have mercy. But yeah, man. Skeletor, master of the universe.
I'm glad you didn't do much of that.
I gotta say, guys, you're gonna be mad at me when I say this. Mark Hamill's Skeletor, not that good.
Yeah, it wasn't. It was all right. That was Mark Hamill.
Okay, I wouldn't say it was bad.
Like the Joker the whole time.
Oh no, I disagree with that,
dude. There's scenes where I full on was like, you could replace the Joker in this shot the way he's talking, full on Joker voice. Like you gotta change it up a little bit.
I'll have to rewatch and look for that, but after like watching it all, I watched it all in one sitting. I never thought of that.
Look at the scenes when he's in that like special basement castle.
Yeah.
Place, when he's talking to Evil Lynn at the beginning, I was just like, "Oh, okay, Joker." I was like, "Come on, man, could you not have changed it up?" Just like Cree Summer sometimes sounds the same with characters, and that's fine. It happens. But if you're like, you can't do such iconic characters like Joker and Skeletor shouldn't sound the same. Like, you're talking about major iconic characters.
Is this a nitpick though?
Yeah, 100%. I told you guys.
All right.
You know what's a nitpick? Why doesn't that a sorceress have better defenses of Castle Grayskull if you know niggas gonna be attacking Castle Grayskull every week?
It's
Get
the same
yourself
reason,
some guards.
it's the same reason why the witches in Harry Potter didn't really protect the kids very well.
Right? Like a whole
Sorry,
movie.
wizards. I said witches.
Wizards.
Wizards.
If we're gonna bring that up, I want to touch on that one movie where it was like the kids had to like train themselves to defend themselves. What type of horrible parenting and wizardry do we have going on in that movie?
That's every movie.
Yeah.
No, but one was blatant. One is like literally the new teachers are like,
Oh, the one
essentially
with
like,
Sirius Black.
yeah, and
Yeah.
like you kids not write home at all? Do your parents? Is there not like
Nah, bro.
parent teacher night here? Like what's going on?
This is like summer camp. Parents don't give a shit what happens
Not
while
a
you're at summer camp.
Damn, they're gone. Not my problem.
As long as my kid comes home at the end of summer alive, it's all good. Yeah, but they almost died. Yeah, but they came home. I'm happy.
Yeah, a few scrapes, nothing.
They have horrible like PTSD from being hunted by like Snape. Well, not Snape, but at the time Snape's whole evil crew there.
Like, no, but to the sorcerers, like you're gonna get yourself in this encased tube, and then two guns pop up, just two. Not even like virtual soldiers, not even like skeleton. You're Castle fucking Grayskull. You ain't got no kind of skeleton army, my G. Nothing.
Yo,
come on.
Can we nod to the fact that the King Grayskull was just like, yeah, they named it after me. I ain't like that shit. His whole reaction is just like, yeah, it's not really the nicest thing to look at. I don't know why they did.
But that's one thing about the show, like they don't ever address what happens to like all of the Eternia, like where Adam's parents are and stuff. They're like,
oh, they got divorced after his wife didn't tell him for years.
Yeah, but like it doesn't mean that an entire village and kingdom just disappears.
Yo, shouts to King Grayskull straight up firing Man at Arms when he had nothing to do with shit. Like he's wait, he turns around, he's like, you knew?
Yeah.
You're fired. Wait.
Yeah.
You told me no. You knew, but you're fired. You get the fuck out of here. I'm gonna yell at my wife. I need to put the blame on someone. Man at Arms, bring your ass here.
Well, he did say that told us by law of like kingdoms, he's actually not supposed to like. If you get an order from the prince, unless the king directly asks you the question, he's not supposed to say anything. So he did his job.
You.
I don't even know how you know these rules.
No, but I mean, I
get
just
that logic. Rule. It's just logic.
If a prince tells you, never, like, if you're in the hierarchy of a royal family, if this royal says you're not allowed to do this, and a higher royal never actually asks you the question, what am I supposed to do? I'm not breaking a rule. I'm listening to okay, yeah, never say the thing. I'll never say the thing. Bong, we're good. But the fact that he got that mad at him was just like, no, you can't practice, you can't build. I don't want you in out. Get the fuck out.
That was really crazy because more or less like you should be mad at your wife who legit knew for all these years, as Tila pointed out, and didn't say nothing.
Yeah.
And nobody.
And the fact that the whole crying like, oh, he's dead. He-Man's dead. Too bad. It's like, that's her son. Wait, what? Dude, He-Man's been protecting your empire.
Yeah, it's true.
Could you have at least shed one tear for He-Man? Aside from the fact that it's your son, this homie did protect you and your family for years.
Without any credit or acknowledgement, because it's not like he's in your army. He just decides to show up when he wants to save you. Like,
you know? Him? No. How are you not going to show some respect to this dude?
He's
your
a king.
Your ass has not been killed by Skeletor. Skeletor would have done you anyways. It's crazy.
This show's nuts.
All right, we'll check it out. That's your recommendation.
You need to check this out. I don't know why people are mad. You people are weird. Just stop being mad.
Yeah,
watch the show. Chill out.
Yo, before we get into anything else, did you finally see Snake Eyes? Is that what that?
I didn't, but he did. He's about to.
Okay, give us a spoiler-free review. Although,
give me that spoil.
I can give a spoiler-free review.
Although I have read spoilers.
And
I am disappointed to the point where I don't even want to watch this.
What the hell's happening in this movie?
I'll tell you guys.
I really want to watch this movie now. Just
I'll
because
tell you
it's so
guys
bad.
Without spoiling it, I'm not spoiling anything when I say if you are a fan of the original lore or you are a fan of a logical story,
Oh,
this movie doesn't try to do any of it. Like,
this nigga said a logical story.
Answer me this,
dude.
Is he a good guy or a bad guy?
That's a spoiler. This is a full-on spoiler if I answer that.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
The thing
You're
is,
trying to suggest me and Snake Eyes is a bad guy?
I'll explain this to you.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna. You know what? Because this is a major.
Yo,
it's not a spoiler as much as like it's the whole movie. So
wait, is it because he's a ninja though?
No.
Is your answer just because he's part of a ninja clan?
No,
that doesn't make him a bad guy. It just means that he's following orders.
I'm telling you right now, this movie tries so hard to flip the script on what is good, bad, and honorable. And the fact that I spent the whole movie thinking this should have been a Storm Shadow movie and he should kill Snake Eyes is telling. Like there's a scene where Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow start having a fight, and I thought to myself, if Storm Shadow cut this nigga's head off right now, I'd be like, good job. I would have been like, good job, because
you're promoting the hate and the evil. That's interesting.
This is
because that's the thing. It's not the hate and the evil. That's the point. The only reason Storm Shadow is Storm Shadow as we know him, according to this movie, is because Snake Eyes did certain things. Storm Shadow is not a bad person.
Which I later
learned.
Storm
Shadow is a victim of the consequence.
Right.
Storm Shadow is a
Storm
victim
Shadow
of the
is
consequence.
a victim of Snake Eyes. That is the movie.
That's so bad.
You know what? On top of that, I'm hearing the action is horrible.
Yeah, it's shaky.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Dude,
no. You're telling me like Lord of the Rings 1? Like
Born Identity vibes.
Yes.
Born Identity. Really bad choreography.
I was just going to say the bulletproofness of these people. Like, you have 3 people shooting machine guns at one character, and the character is shooting back and is not getting hit once. And I'm like, come on, man.
But is he staying still? Is he moving at least?
Dude, even if this person was running like the fucking Flash, these 3 people were shooting machine guns from different angles onto one spot, and this person just kept running and moving and shooting back. I was like, what is happening right now?
Like that I'm okay with, because you have to suspend disbelief. Like John Wick, he gets touched once in a while, but he also like should have been dead many times. That's fine. But the fact that you have a martial arts based character, and you can't get the action right and actually hire and follow, sometimes directors do their own thing and don't listen to the stunt coordinator, and I feel like that's probably what happened here. But when we get the stunt coordinator directing things or actually being a part of the project, hence John Wick, the director was a former stunt coordinator.
Yeah.
Right. That's like,
why you get.
What are we doing here?
Yeah, dude. Honestly, I watched that movie, and midway through the movie, I was just like, I want to punch, and I even said it to you guys. I want to punch everyone in this movie in the face.
That's
like
terrible.
I just want to go around and be like, stop doing such a bad job.
I want to watch it because I like watching bad movies to a certain degree. So I'm curious if this is this a movie that's bad good to watch or just bad?
Yeah, I've heard just bad.
It's just bad.
That's the thing, and I don't know if I'm not gonna spend money on this.
Again, my thing is, if you're gonna make a movie called Snake Eyes, I shouldn't want Snake Eyes to die the whole time. I shouldn't actively be thinking Snake Eyes is a dumb character. I shouldn't actively be thinking his motivations are ridiculous. I shouldn't be hoping that the antagonist characters figure out what he's doing. At no point did I feel sympathy for him. I didn't care what his plight was. His whole hero's call to action was stupid. It's like, dude. And then, man, the ending made me so mad.
Yeah, that's pretty bad ending.
The way they end it and the way they explain Snake Eyes' connection to everything, I was just like, are you fucking kidding me? This is how you're connecting this?
You know what I think? This was? It crossed my mind a couple of times last week, and it just popped up again. But like, I feel like they rushed this to capitalize on Shang-Chi.
Oh yeah. Awesome.
And like get their money before Marvel comes in. Like that's how I feel.
They did a bad job doing that.
Is this one of those things where they should have just like, for example, you have G.I. Joe Retaliation or Revelation that was like a little while.
Retaliation. Yeah, they were all trash. Either way.
Oh, you're talking about the movie? Sorry, I was talking.
No, I'm talking about the movie.
Yeah.
One of the movies wasn't bad. They depicted Snake Eyes as
the second movie was better than the first.
Yeah,
right.
Transition. No. I'm not talking about the real live movies. I'm talking about the animated movie.
Yeah, so Resolution. That's
Resolution. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yes. Not the real movies. No.
Sure.
Are you telling me that they should have just taken Resolution's story and just made it like longer and did the exact same thing, and that would have been better?
Dude, honestly, like, it's just bad. It's just unfortunate. Like, you see some, like, it's one of those. There's one of those scenes where Snake Eyes is somewhere, and someone's explaining to him like, "Oh, Cobra," and they start explaining what Cobra is, and then you're just like, "Wait, is Snake Eyes working for Cobra right now?" And I'm like, what the like, and you're and I honestly, I'm watching the scene and I'm just like, I think Snake Eyes is working for Cobra and doesn't realize he's working for Cobra. And that's like stuff like that I'm like, why did you write this movie this way?
But that could make sense if he were to then defect and join G.I. Joe, because he well, correction, I've not seen this movie, but if he has a dojo and the dojo is just like
you're dreaming, buddy. I'm telling you right now, it's not what happened. Everything you're saying is better than what they wrote.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Anyway, in a lot of these cases, it's like I still don't feel like it's gonna stop me from watching the movie, but from this, and like, there's not even like a speck of positivity anywhere.
Oh, I'll give you positive. Storm Shadow actor, amazing. If you told me this guy was gonna play Storm Shadow moving forward, and I would be like, yes. But the problem is, you made Storm Shadow again the victim of things that Snake Eyes, and you're like, but I like the decision Storm Shadow's making even in the post-credit scene, like everything that he's doing is because he's a victim of the circumstances that Snake Eye put him in.
Yeah.
And like Shadow joining Cobra in that situation, I'm like, well, I could see it, because he's not joining because of loyalty to this terrorist group. He's joining because he hates Snake Eyes so much that he's essentially just going to do whatever he can to like go back after Snake Eyes in some form or way.
Hi.
Did he mute him? Is he a mute, or can he talk like fully?
Oh no, that's another thing, Henry. If you're gonna play an American, I again, I'm not an actor, and I can only imagine dropping an accent when you have an Australian accent, and for you to do an American accent is probably difficult. But dude, I didn't know he was supposed to be playing an American for the first 30 minutes when I was watching it. I was just like, is Snake Eyes Australian? I was like, are they changing the character to being?
So you're saying like LeBron James did a better job of acting than this guy? That's not.
Snap! We're not gonna do that to Henry. Henry is a good actor, but this probably wasn't the role for him, is what we're saying.
No.
That's sad. But honestly, this whole franchise, live action wise, has been doo-doo to begin with. Overall, they've just never known what they're doing. So who knows where this is gonna go.
The second movie was all right, but it was right. For a G.I. Joe movie, it should just be essentially the Expendables, but like not old guys, this young guy's tearing shit up.
Yeah, but they did the one thing of like inserting The Rock in to save a franchise.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And that's true. He does do that. He saves franchises. It's very true. You can't deny it.
The story wasn't the greatest, but yes, you're right.
He has like 3 franchises he saved.
And like the intro for the second one was good. Like the first
Channing Tatum dying in the first 10 minutes.
That was perfect.
That felt perfect. This bitch ass dying.
Wow.
Damn. What's it called? Lee J was asking us. He's watching Birds of Prey. How good are Birds of Prey? Is good. It's better than the first Suicide Squad.
I haven't watched that one.
100%.
It's a better Harley than Suicide Squad for sure. 100%.
That's
But speaking of the next Suicide Squad, I'm hearing massive positivity.
Yeah, that's what I'm hearing too. But I'm holding all judgments until I see it, because I don't wanna. Last time I hyped myself up and I wanted to cry when I went home.
I'm not hyped for any DC movie anymore.
Exactly.
I'm definitely whelmed at this point.
I'm definitely whelmed.
My thing with DC is the bar is so low, properties that you don't even have to make a great movie. You just have to make a decent movie,
a passable movie.
A passable movie that makes sense, and people will be like, "Oh, okay."
What movie outside of Man of Steel maybe would you give that title to? Like their best outing? And I'm going to exclude Wonder Woman from that.
I was about to say Wonder Woman was.
So
I think they're
excluding the two movies that would be. Well, I mean,
I would still say Aquaman was okay. It may not have been the best, but it was a good movie.
That's fair.
I'm actually gonna give that mantle to Shazam. I know it's unpopular opinion.
I thought you were gonna set Brian off right now.
I'm not gonna. You know how I feel about it. You remember.
I do remember very well. An hour and a half long. Well, like I remember.
But listen, they're inserting The Rock to save this franchise too. So hopefully, it works.
There we go.
Because what was it? It's G.I. Joe, Jumanji, Fast and the Furious, and
now like the DC EU, I guess.
Yeah, I guess the DC, movieverse.
Crazy.
That's if he pulls it off, which he probably.
The Rock, savior of the universe. They gotta bring out
He-Man.
Yeah, exactly.
The Rock, savior of the universe.
I have the power. I can imagine it.
Put him with a blonde wig.
Oh shit!
My God.
That's a terrible image.
I know it's bad, eh?
Didn't he play Conan too?
Yes, with long hair.
He did, right?
Or no, was it Conan he played?
Yeah, Hercules.
He played Conan.
No, he played
Conan too.
Yes, you're right. It's Hercules and that other dude plays. Yeah.
This is
and then
the same people.
The dude from Twilight, the strong one from Twilight, like the buff dude, who's on FBI Most Wanted now. He played Hercules like a year before.
Oh yeah, that was trash. They were all not that great.
I know Dave has to bounce out. There anything you want to tell the people? Because I actually have to bounce out soon too. But I feel like
no, just have a good one.
You saw Space Jam? Week. Thumbs up, thumbs down?
Yeah, do us.
All right. I'll give it a thumbs up, but I will say one thing that pissed me off through the whole fucking movie.
Oh, okay.
Why did they have to make LeBron James? Because I was joking about LeBron James being a bad actor. He wasn't doing a bad acting job, but why did they have to make him a direct asshole for like 85% of the movie? Like 85% of the movie, him as a character?
I could see that.
I was so upset by it, but at the end of the movie, I was like, if I was a kid,
remember he's kind of like
he's a dick to his kid all the way to only until they're playing ball and they're like in the last quarter and it's important. Does he turn good?
He's saying the same thing I said.
But no, because you were nice about it last week. I listened to it. He was an asshole. I'm saying by the end.
Yeah, sorry.
So all I'm saying is that by the end of the example, when I watched because I watched the Michael Jordan one right before I watched that one, I'm like, okay, at the end, like whatever, acting fine, I'm cool. I associate the Michael Jordan I see on the screen with the Michael Jordan that I associate on the court, which is like I thought the purpose. When I was done with this, I'm like, if I see LeBron James at the next charity event, I feel like deep down be like, yeah, you were a jerk to your kid, bro. Like that's how hard it was. Like I was like, it's a little too much mustard.
Yeah, you're right. He was also a dick to the Toon Squad for a while too.
Yeah.
So
I guess you're right. The way I said
if you weren't about the game, he snarled at you.
But that was the whole lesson. It was more of a lesson for him as well.
No, I agree, but I just thought it was a little thick. But other than that, I enjoyed the movie. I want to watch it again because, as Toby pointed out last week, at one point in time I had to decide not to look at the background of all the cameos because I'm like, I'm just gonna miss the movie.
So much, right?
Yeah, there's like just too much. Yeah. The mask and stuff was amazing.
Yeah, you'd have to rewatch the movie and like pause and everything. Yeah. Okay, man. We'll talk to you soon. Peace out,
boys.
Yo, I know you took it off the list, but I just saw Jolt last night too.
Oh yeah, I didn't even want to talk about it because.
Did you like it?
Thumbs down. That's all I have to say. I won't explain anything else because my buddy asked me about it. He's just like, why didn't you like it? And I was just like, and him and I had like an hour and a half conversation. We had a conversation that was longer than the movie, and I was like, that's problematic.
Let's talk about it next week.
Yeah, but thumbs down. I was just not. Goddamn.
I'm like little towards the top, but halfway.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not gonna. No. Okay, cool. That's whatever. I'm not even going to. I'm not even going to touch it. I'm not going to touch it. It's starting now, folks. Geek news and rumors. I'm gonna wrap this up real quick, but we already mentioned congrats to Issa Rae on her recent nuptials. She got married this weekend, and shout outs again to Great Prince who got married last week. Winston Duke to voice star. They're so weird when they write this stuff, but he's going to be the star of a audio play called Batman Unburied, and he's going to be playing Bruce Wayne.
Cool.
People are excited. I mean, I think it's cool. I think it's cool more because of his voice. I don't really like when it comes to this audio play stuff and podcast stuff. It's like you can get anyone to play anybody, voice acting. Yeah. So I think it's dope. And he has like that. He has a gravitas to his voice, like that deepness and that anger that you could probably expect from Bruce Wayne. Delroy Lindo set to star as Mr. Anansi in Amazon's Anansi Boys. Shout outs to the West Indian them. Delroy hailing straight from Jamaica, so that's pretty dope. We're all excited. I mean, I don't know about you guys, if you guys have ever read or listened to the audio plays for Anansi Boys. They've done it a few times in the UK on the BBC. Both the versions that I've listened to were really, really good. So I would highly recommend if you guys are looking for like an audio play to like just chill out to and vibe to. That's a fun one. And the live action series that they're doing for Amazon is gonna be cool. I'm Neil Gaiman is involved. Anytime the author is involved with the creation, more so I'm more trusting, because he definitely was not involved as much as I think people would have liked with American Gods on Stars, and that was a problem. You could tell that it was lacking a specific thing, and it was that he wasn't as involved as he should have been. I gotta ask you guys, Netflix to require COVID vaccinations for actors on the U.S. productions.
Require,
not an option. You have to get vaccinated.
This is where we're at in the world itself. Yeah, right?
That came quick.
It's gotten to the point where like this is gonna be the new norm, and like I'm a little worried a little bit if we're gonna start like strong arming people in that sense.
Hold on,
because
do you feel strong arming?
It will be to a lot of people in the population. Okay. Because it's going to come down to the whole personal freedom and all these things, right? And this is where conspiracy theories thrive. Like you're going to see people talking about like, oh, now the whole vaccine passport thing people were talking about like a year and a half ago. Yeah. Now that's a reality pretty much. And, you know, it's just confirming a lot of...
Yeah, it's like giving them ideas.
What, right now?
No, but like, as you said, like vaccine passport a year ago. And then a year later, they're like, well, yeah. So you guys are just feeding them, really.
So I don't have an issue with it. I took both the vaccines. I'm doing well, except for the second one.
Oh yeah, itchy, right?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, really.
But I don't know. I actually don't know how I feel about that.
So my thing with this is when Sean Penn said his thing for the set of his show that he's doing with Julia Roberts, he's just like, I'm not coming back to set unless everybody on set gets vaccinated. And I was just like, and people were getting big mad. And I was just like, he didn't say anything wrong. He said, I'm not coming back if not everyone gets vaccinated. So if you guys don't get vaccinated and want to continue, you're doing it without me. And that's an option. You're allowed to do it without him. If you guys feel that trying to force people to get vaccinated, because he's not forcing, he's saying, I don't feel comfortable being around people who don't get the vaccine. If you guys don't all want to get the vaccine, don't expect me to come around. I'm not telling you have to get the vaccine. I'm saying I won't be there. Because that's the thing I didn't understand. People made it seem like he was putting in an ultimatum. I mean, it's an ultimatum in the sense that he's the one that's going to leave. He's not like they're not going to fire. Like who's going to start going around? He's one person. It's a whole cast. If the entire cast says, homie, you can't push us around like that, they're going to get rid of him. And again, shout outs to Amari, because Amari posted about it. Amari Newton posted about it, and him and I had a little exchange. And his point was, you know, Sean Penn is a very big actor who has a lot of clout in the industry and a lot of power. And it's not that easy to get someone like him out of a production. He's signed to CAA, which is one of the biggest agencies. He's probably going to have sign off on whoever's going to replace him. So there's a lot of parts to in play. And I said, yes. And I agree with everything you're saying. And I still think that if they really wanted to set precedents, they would do that. Because the other side is, and this is more what Toby was saying, setting the precedents where this becomes a hard rule starts to make a lot of people feel uneasy. I agree people should get the vaccine. I understand people feeling uncomfortable about being forced to do it, though. I think this mentality of people saying, they did it too fast, blah, blah, blah. I feel like a lot of people say that, and a lot of people don't do the research. If you want to make these scientific statements, at least do the research. And I'm not saying go on some random YouTube video. Don't listen to us. This is a geek podcast. Don't just because I know the stuff and I've read the stuff and I've told you guys the research was able to advance because they already had protocols in place and blah, blah. You don't have to believe me.
We're not the source.
No, I'm not the source. I'm repeating the things I've read from valid sources and people I know who work in the medical field, who've worked in research. And yes, I know there are people out there who worked in research who are saying the opposite. Notice how some of those people have been discredited. That's a whole other conversation. All I'm saying is take the time to get informed. And if Netflix is going to be one of those companies that wants to put a hard rule, if you don't want to work for Netflix, that's the thing. You don't have to. Netflix is doing it. If all the other productions start doing it, I think it's going to set a really strong precedence. And again, I do believe people should get vaccinated. And 100%. If it's your livelihood, I think it sucks because I don't feel like it's strong arming people because I worked at the hospital, and to work at the hospital, I had to get vaccines. And that's because it was to protect me and other people. And that was the mentality when I worked at the hospital. It's just like, you don't have to take these, but you can't work here because you won't be protecting people. You're going to be working in an ER. You might get people sick. There's a reason we're giving you this vaccine. And I was just like, okay, these are research and I can trust you people. And half my family works in the hospital and they're all like, yeah, we got all those vaccines too. Bong, let's move on. So,
right.
Happy is the head that wears the crown.
I think it's going to be, we'll see where it goes. Cause jobs like going back to an office might start requesting this. Like it's gonna get hectic.
Yep.
In my opinion.
And it's gonna get legal because people are gonna say you legally can't force us to do this, and then they're gonna have to put laws in place. And film industries already seem to be really on board with measures. Wouldn't be surprised if Netflix exigence catches on widespread.
Yeah, it's probably already is.
Yeah, honestly. I'm sure Netflix is not going to be that was Dan, by the way, who made that comment. I'm sure Netflix is not going to be the only house that starts putting in rules. So we'll see. Hey, man, Netflix likes to be ahead of the curve.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
They're just doing their usual thing of like, hey, all y'all kids are our grandkids with this streaming stuff. So we're going to set the next bar, being safe. PBS Arthur is ending after 25 years.
Yo, my friend, so a friend of mine does the voice of Sue Ellen on that show. And I was just like, you guys still do 2 new episodes? She's like, yeah. We'll have like 5 new episodes like a season, but then like rerun the same shits from like 20 years ago. So almost that's not even like, what do you mean season 5 is like, or season 22 or whatever is like 4 episodes?
Exactly.
Y'all can't do that. Like, end it. Of course, end it.
It's like, it's like a British show. You know how British shows have like 6 episodes? That's what it felt like. Yeah. I was just like, when I was reading that they released like, 5 episodes this year, that's a lot. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? You had these people work for one day, record all their lines, and that's it.
That's it.
It's like Chris Brown on The Simpsons. Remember when he walks into the booth, records, and the guy's like, okay, we're set up. That's how I feel.
Hey, let's do the left. Do it again.
Yeah, Arthur was just like a room, and they're just like, okay, go and read all these lines. This is like,
I'm glad this is a show that I think kids still watch this today, right? Arthur was one of those like good like lessons kind of show that was still funny, entertaining. It had some dark moments.
Sure.
But
I don't remember them, but
oh man, some of the episodes were like the Jekyll Hyde, the Halloween episodes and shit.
Honestly, I don't remember most of them.
That shit.
I knew the voice actor who did Francine, and I knew the voice actor who did the imaginary friend for Dee Dee, for the sister, right?
Oh yeah.
I knew DW. Well, the first DW, then he went through puberty. So
okay,
yeah.
So like that's the thing. Like for all these people grew up and moved on and weren't doing the show. I was like, oh, so who's I guess some of them have still been doing this whole time. Like I didn't know, but I was just like, oh, okay. I mean, it's cool. 25 years is an impressive.
Solid. It's a solid run. Solid run. And they're still going to continue Arthur related content.
Oh, for sure.
And stuff like that. Yeah. So it didn't go nowhere anytime soon. There's a ton of episodes for kids to watch and catch up on. Way better than Caillou. Don't let your kids watch Caillou.
Caillou's still on?
No, he's done too.
He got done too. I was like, oh man, am I gonna make it to like fatherhood by the time Caillou's still on? And like, it's nuts that like, okay, Caillou's gone. Cool. That's all right.
Yo, my little cousin, I remember like when she was a big, like that was her show, and I used to watch it. I'm like, man, this kid.
Yeah, people. A brat. Yeah.
He's annoying. Caillou is super annoying.
I also like to point out though, canceling the show doesn't mean anything because they're still gonna have those episodes running.
It's still in syndication forever.
Yeah. How many 25 years worth of episodes? How many episodes they have? Like 300?
Well, that's the thing. I guess that's why they only did like 5 episode seasons because you just gotta once you get to that 100 or even 5, you gotta just.
There's like 200 something episodes of Arthur.
That means you would have 1 week of new episodes, and then you go right back to the old shits.
Yeah,
that's terrible if you miss that. Imagine a kid trying to catch that. Oh shit! The new season. I missed.
Gotta find a way to watch it online now.
That's so funny. I'm just imagining a 5-year-old being like, "Yeah, the new shit."
Hey, legit, that shit might have happened to me maybe once or twice with like few shows like Ghost Rider and like Ninja Turtles when I was a kid, where you're getting to the last episode of the season because you missed it the first time. So you're trying to catch reruns in summer, and then you just happen to miss that day.
That was Dragon Ball Z for me, man. The moment you missed it on YTV, you're like, wait. You're like, wait, why are they starting back?
Yeah.
Why are they starting back at the beginning?
Yeah. It's to the point where they got ahead of their own shit.
Yeah.
They used to go way back, but it's to the point where they couldn't do that to you anymore, and they just started starting at the Frieza saga. Because they know if they did that Raditz shit, that we would lose our mind. Yeah. They're like, okay, we won't do Frieza saga. We'll go. So we'll go to Frieza and not do Raditz again. Cell games.
Mad. It'd be like they were on Planet Namek and Goku was like powering up, finally becoming Super Saiyan, and then the next week we're back to Gohan and Piccolo I was like, wait, what? What is happening?
Yep.
Man,
hated them shits. Goku gets his driver's license.
Bring it up. Yo, you know what? Dragon Ball Z had the worst filler episodes. Out of any anime I've ever watched, it had the worst filler.
That's why you had to watch Kai. Like, I watched Dragon Ball Z. I could not watch. Like, I've had people try to convince me to watch Dragon Ball Z. They're just like, yeah, but sometimes you get.
No, real gangsters watch Z though. You're about it if you watch Z.
But because you went through that. I would have watched Z at 3x at this point.
Toby, you remember the episode where Goku and Frieza just powered up for half an hour?
That's what I'm saying.
They stared at each other.
Like the whole Planet Namek, like that whole series was like 3 or 4 episodes of just like power-ups.
Yeah.
They stared at each other and the narrator just talked. And you were like, what am I watching?
As Goku finds within himself its new abilities, Frieza looks on. And then they'll cut to like back to Earth.
Yeah.
And then it's just like,
I don't give a fuck about Bulma, nigga. I'm trying to see what's going on with these Super Saiyans.
And what's his name? The dude that dies all the time?
Krillin.
Is it Krillin?
It's Krillin or Oolong. It's one or Yamcha.
No, it's also the god. What's his name?
The dude with long hair.
Oh, Yamcha.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dying like an idiot. Oh man, that shit bothered me.
Oh god. Lucasfilm hires YouTuber who deep faked the Mandalorian finale.
That's dope. I saw that video when he first put it out, and I was like, yo. Like, I always wondered if they're going to pay millions of dollars to these studios out there. And sure, it was rushed. So maybe that's part of it. But I don't think they wouldn't have hired this guy if they could have done better.
Yeah.
Right?
What'd he do?
He made it look real.
The Luke Skywalker scene at the end of The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
That was so popular.
Yeah.
This guy deep faked a version of it with Mark Hamill's face. Like he redid it. He redigitized it.
You know how it just had this uncanny valley look where it just looked off.
Yeah.
Like I couldn't buy into it. I remember saying that when it first came out, and this guy actually like made the top half of the face anyway because he didn't have the original files in order to really work like the mouth and everything. So the mouth still looks the same as a show. But the top half, he looks like a real person.
It looks good, dude.
Yeah.
And like I understand, and he also did other characters too from the films and stuff. Yeah. And everyone was just like, this guy is really talented. So Lucasfilm hired him, which is so cool. Like,
I want that shit to happen.
I know, right? I was gonna say, like, that inspires people to work hard, because if you work hard and do it well, the companies that are doing this shit will notice and be like, that kid knows what's up. Let's bring him on board.
Dude, you wouldn't believe the amount of Hasbro's going after influencers now in the toy community and getting them to announce their next product. It's like,
big fan. For sure. And maybe, and hopefully one day write the cards. Like that's the
we know someone who does it, right? Exactly.
Yeah, Protoman does some Transformer ones, so that's pretty cool.
He's all over that set, boy. I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah.
Jeez. I think his name was Shamook.
Who?
The YouTube guy they hired. Lucasfilms. Shamook. I think it's Shamook.
Okay.
On YouTube. Yeah, just go check it out. It's actually a really good deep fake. It's not even a deep fake anymore. It's a real. It's a deep reel. Like it's it's really good.
It's the real one.
It's deep reel.
Deep reel. That's
it. ZZ Top's. So wait, okay. I feel weird about the order of these last two things because I feel like it seems insensitive.
Yeah, where's Dave at?
But no, it's more that like it's Ghostbusters, and then I'm talking about people who've passed. I feel like there's
that's
transition for that.
Yeah, it's called Afterlife too.
How
do you do this to us, bro?
Okay,
rip it like that.
Ghostbusters Afterlife trailer dropped. If you guys haven't had a chance to see it, we highly recommend you go check it out because it looks pretty dope. It's the second trailer. The fact that it's Jason Reitman, who's the son of the original director, is kind of cool. Like that's a really interesting way to pass the torch because the dad was on set supposedly, and like there's like little featurette that explains like sometimes I'd be doing something and my dad would be like, maybe shoot it this way, maybe like. It's like this is the OG who originally did the movie, so it's like, yeah, that's okay. You think that's a good idea?
Backseat directing over there.
Yeah, dude. There's one part where supposedly he wasn't watching while they were doing something, and the dad was there, and he was just like, "Oh, let's try that again." And the dad walked over and said, "No, you got it. Don't worry." And then they walked away. So it's funny. Like, yeah,
that's great.
It's really funny to think that.
At a certain point, I'd be like, "All right, security, get him off the set."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like you see him in your seat.
Let me make the damn movie. Hey man, if your dad wants to help you cheat on your exam,
straight up,
it's only gonna be if he cheats and it comes out great, we all benefit. I'm down.
No, I already think this movie is gonna look kind of hard. Like it looks hard the way they did it. So I'm just like, okay, all right.
Good casting too.
Yeah, and you did the grandkids. You didn't even do direct kids. I'm just like, good on you. Nice.
And then we'll end off with this. We want to say rest in peace to the ZZ Top bassist Dusty Hill, who passed away at 72, and Joey Jordison from Slipknot, the drummer, and he passed away at 46.
Wait, but here's a crazy part. Both of them died in their sleep, apparently.
Jeez.
Yeah.
What kind of band are they starting up there?
Yeah.
Oh, for real.
That is an interesting.
That's crazy.
Heavy music coming out.
That is a pretty wild one. Yeah. So rest in power, as they say. And then also, we didn't mention it, but I want to say, good health and good vibes to Bob Odenkirk. At the time when we recorded this, he had collapsed on set while he was filming the final season of Better Call Saul. And at the time, like the last thing I heard, he was still in the hospital. There was no new updates since yesterday when the news got announced. So we're hoping that he recovers and comes out of it. There's a lot. Bryan Cranston, David Cross, a whole bunch of people have been saying that everyone can think positive vibes, and hopefully we can see him through this. So hopefully Bob Odenkirk. Especially after all that hard trading for nobody, it's just like, yeah, man, like let's go. Like
must have put that hard on overdrive, man.
Yeah, damn. But yeah, I'm hoping he's okay. I'm really hoping he's okay. So, guys, that's it. That's the whole show. This was a wild one. It was fun. Anything y'all want to tell the people? Anything we should be checking out?
Go watch Jolt, and let's talk about it next week.
Fair, yes.
I got thoughts.
That's right.
Boy, he has notes.
Yeah, let's go watch the movie. And if you don't like it, don't come at us. I already gave it a thumbs down, but I'm going to tell you why next week.
I'm the flip side this time around.
Oh, interesting. Okay. We're out. We'll be back next week with another episode. Jesus Christ, it's already August. Yo, Skinny, when you said 4 months to 2022, that shit really fucked with me, man. Like,
August,
it's crazy.
It's August on Monday, bro.
It's August. God damn. Shout outs to everybody for tuning in, and we'll talk to y'all soon. We out. Peace.
Haters.
Mm-hmm.